Hello, this is Riyas. Today I'm going to walk you through the different steps on how you can attach a Python script to HFSS batch job on the Rescale platform. A very common example is to attach a Python script to HFSS file to export S parameters once the simulation is done. Let's walk through this demonstration today. The workflow is very straightforward. So you have an input file. In this case, it's going to be the ADT files and the Python file. And then you pick the software, which is going to be HFSS. You pick the hardware, and then you're ready to submit the job. So let's get started. I'm going to give a name for this job. So let's call it on as parameters export. So if your input files are on your local computer, you can upload from there. If you have files on your cloud storage, that can be used as well. This demonstration, I'm going to pick my input files from the cloud storage. I have a pyramidal horn ADT file. I'm going to use that. And then I'm also going to attach a Python script which will export the S parameters. So once the input is done, let's go and pick the software, which is going to be HFSS. So once you select the software, you have the ability to pick any version that you want to run for this job. I'm going to use version 19.2, and after you pick the software, you would have noticed that the command line is already populated. There are a few modifications that we need to do before we run this job. First, let's add the name of the file. In this case, it's going to be the pyramidal horn ADT file. Now I need to add a few more commands before I can submit this job. So let's get started. First, I'm going to add batch extract, the name of the Python file, batch options, double quotes, and then we are done. So let's check this command. Our command line looks good. So next, let's pick the licensing options. If you have an existing license, you can use that. For this demonstration, we're going to be using the trial license on our platform. Once the software is configured, let's move to the next step. For this simulation, I'm going to be using the Onyx core type, and I'm going to be using 8 cores for this run. So once that's done, the next step, post-processing, is an optional step. So for this case, we are going to skip it. So now we have everything ready. We have our input files, we have our software and our hardware, and now we are ready to submit this job. Once you submit the job, first we'll validate the input, make sure that we have the right command prompt as well as the input files. Then we'll spin up a cluster, and then the job will be run and the data will be exported. This process usually takes a few minutes depending on the size of the HFSS file. So this simulation took about 10 minutes to run, and now let's take a look at the results. So we can go to the results section and look at the log file. So from this, we can see that there was a normal completion of the simulation. And now we can also see if the X parameters were exported. It seems like the S parameters was successfully exported. With that, we conclude this video demonstration of how to attach a Python script to HFSS simulation. Thanks for watching this video.